itself.
But it has no idea what it is. That's the thing. Like at first you think, oh, it's gonna be like one of these movies where it's flash around. No, not that movie. It turns into like a heist movie in a high school.
Would you run Miss America? Absolutely.
But seriously, why couldn't you? You know, maybe a little shape on the bicep.
Yeah, again, if I do like 20 push-ups right now, I'm
He's got the grenade. He said
Disgusting.
something like that. But the way
Yeah,
they
why
got
does
over
it
it,
look to me
second,
like some kind of like family member or some kind of like old grandma?
yeah, the principal's in on it. Who shoots
I
sideways?
can do whatever I want. I would
He's also an ex-police officer. So I don't know.
Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't hesitate to beat that fucking senseless.
Yeah, maybe cut off a few fingers,
Yeah,
cut off
I
their
wouldn't
dick.
murder them. I'm not a murderer.
I'm working with people. I'll be here soon. This is fucking priceless. You don't understand handicap strength, right? And that is a factor that you know nothing about. Alright, I'm done. Yeah, show's over. That's it.
Who gives a shit? Why do you fucking do these things? Shut the fuck up.
What up? We're live. Richie doesn't want to let anybody know. He just wants to start, and then once the intro ends, he continues to let the dead air happen as his mic is not even in front of his face. Jesus Christ, Rich. I know we're stopping, in a few shows, but come on, a little fucking professional courtesy over here.
Oh my god, my fucking bald spot.
What about it? What about your bald spot?
It's bad.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. Fuck, I'm a fucking famous podcaster. I can't be looking like this.
Let me see. You dye your hair, too.
No, I don't.
You put stuff in there.
Oh my god, I fucking don't,
You're
bro.
in the professional hair business as well.
Yeah, and I'm a master at it. But it's, it's not an easy thing.
A master barber. Can you get your doctorate in barbering?
Oh yeah, I have it.
No, you have a master's.
I have everything.
You're a master barber, but can you get a doctorate? Can you become a doctor of barbering? I'm asking a serious
am.
question.
I'm a shave god.
I hate him. I hate
So
him.
there's a difference between a regular barber and a master barber?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Uh-huh.
A
Never knew
master
that.
barber can teach, a regular one can't.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're just a regular barber, you're just there, and you're pretty much still his apprentice the whole time, unless you become in yourself a master barber.
How do you, what is this, licensed by whatever state that you're working in?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Would you go take a test for it?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I passed mine when I was 18.
Your master barber test?
Since 18, yeah, since 1997.
You got to go into the city, for the big city for that, right?
Yeah, that's when I took mine.
Yeah, I remember, who was it? Teddy, Lucky, one of them. Went into the big city for it.
And that's it? 18 years old. Once you get it, you get it. You don't have to go back every 5 years or something like that, like renewing a driver's license.
No, you got to renew the license, but you don't have to take the test over.
Ever.
Never.
That's crazy.
Why?
Same with the
Yeah, I know.
license, like regular license. Like it's like you got it at 16, 17, you good for the rest of your life. Just send us $150 every year.
That's it.
All right? That's it.
Give me the money.
Why do you think they should test for it?
Absolutely.
Well, I think if you don't have any problems.
I still think anyway. Just because
think
you've been
that's it.
lucky and you haven't killed anybody, thank God, but you got 70, 80, 90-year-old people out there fucking driving who have no business driving. No business driving.
You can say that about a lot of 20-year-olds,
Yeah.
30-years, and 40-year-olds.
I agree.
As well.
I agree. That's why I think, it should be on a yearly basis, You fucking, you got a good year, good, you kept your license, But to say you fuck up on the test that year,
No, I think if you're starting to fuck
No
up, a
driving
couple
for you.
accidents or something like that, once you hit that over threshold, no, you get your ass back into the DMV and
a
get
couple
resuffering tax.
accidents. I think after one.
Two accidents in 1 year. That's it. You got to. I
Two
mean, you're not
accidents
suspending
in
your license,
1
but you
year.
got to get that thing
Oh my
tested.
God, you're being lenient. You're being way more lenient than I would be.
One, you want them back and tested.
One, so you can kill somebody. This is serious.
All right. Well, let's define this for
All
a
right,
second.
so why would I have to do that?
You?
Yeah.
Because you're a piece of shit. That's why.
Well, I get better as time goes on.
What if the accident is a no
With what?
fault
Being
accident?
a barber?
Yeah.
Just be. Yeah, but you also become a better driver as you go on as well, no? As you get older, though, your skills, because
guess.
your eyesight might go, your hands might be a little shaky.
Yeah, I guess.
I think it should be when you get...
3 complaints, and that's it. You got to get your ass tested again.
That's it. 3 complaints.
Damn, you guys are
Car
fucking
accident wise, I don't
strict.
think it should be accidents, but if it's an at fault, if it's 100% your fault, you're there. If somebody rear ends me, I got to go for a test again because I was in an accident.
I guess in that situation, yes, that makes sense.
I
I think it would have to be a
defined a little bit more,
situational. I think it would have to be a situational thing. Like the cop decides, this is your fault.
Correct.
You need to go take another road test. I
can
think
get
I
down
think
with
it's
that.
that type
I don't
of
think
thing.
we should leave that up to fucking a cop. I mean, come
Why,
on.
you want to go all the way to court for this?
I mean, what if the cop doesn't like me?
Well, then you're a piece of shit and you deserve it.
Those are the
guess.
breaks, dude.
That's fucked up.
Be nicer to police. What can I tell you?
I do support police.
You don't, actually. What you were saying off air about the police was actually disgusting me.
Yeah, right.
I love the armed forces and our police. Richie is anti-America, as we all know. He's a communist who hates the America idea.
Yeah.
And he wants it torn
Socialism.
down. He wants it torn the fuck down.
Yeah.
He
Masks.
also,
Masks
his ringtone is "fuck the police" from NWA.
Yep, vaccines for everybody.
Yep. I know. Shout out and congratulations to our good friend Tom Brady. He retired twice.
Cheers.
Yeah, but
To the best.
to Tommy, all boy. Cheers to Tommy.
Yeah, to the best.
Look at Stephen Games cheering Tommy over here. I know he was an enemy of yours for life. No,
I'm a Giant fan. He never did anything wrong to me.
You guys actually got him twice.
Got him twice. I'm also when I was younger. Joe Morris was one of my favorite players coming from the Giants.
Your cousin?
Yeah, he was a running back, black running back.
Yeah, and he had a younger brother by the name of Jamie Morris when he was kind of like good for when Joe was good for the Giants.
Yeah.
And he used to play for the University of Michigan.
Okay.
So ever since then, I've been a big Michigan fan. So I've been kind of like
Michigan
for Brady
State
with-
or
no,
the Wolverines?
Michigan.
The
University
Wolverines.
of Michigan.
Okay, yeah.
So I've kind of had my eye on
Desmond
Brady and
Howard.
just been following along with him.
Chris Webber, the famous timeout. The
Correct.
Fab Five. Who was that? Him.
Juwan Howard.
Juwan Howard. That's the other one I remember.
Whatever happened to Desmond Howard?
Jalen Rose?
Rose?
Was it? I think you're right. I feel like that's right.
Shit, I should know this. Who are the other two?
I just remember the timeout happening because they were playing Duke, weren't they? Or North Carolina? Yeah, North Carolina. I knew it was one of them.
Rocky, you a smart motherfucker, bro. You
Who?
surprise me sometimes.
Me?
Yeah, sometimes.
I
Yeah,
like
for a guy who doesn't like sports, he knows, an
knows
awful lot about the
No, but you know what? Early 90s sports, I was big into basketball. I was, early 90s sports, I was big in everything because as a New Yorker, you had the Rangers who were killing it. So, you were kind of forced to pay attention to hockey. I was a Bulls fan, so I was watching the NBA. I was a nut with the NBA. That was my favorite shit. I knew everything, players, stats. I was crazy. But, yeah, football, though, never really got my thing. But I know the main players of every decade.
I love 80s and 90s football. That was my shit.
I gotta tell you now, this past month has been some of the best football I've ever seen.
Really?
Every game has come down to a fucking a field goal.
first
or,
week wildcard games. I thought those games sucked.
no, but then after that,
has been
dude, every single game has been incredible this playoffs. So, and we got the big game this week. Cincinnati's first time,
no third time.
third time there, but they've never won, right?
They've never won.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, they've never won. And the Niners took them out last, right? Back in
It
80.
was 88.
Esiason was the quarterback then?
Yes.
Esiason. Yes.
Well,
Wow, that's
Bengals,
right.
yeah.
Boomer.
Hmm.
That's right.
He
Who was
couldn't
the other
fuck her.
one over there that was good,
Montana.
big for them?
Who? Cincinnati?
No, it was
Cincinnati?
just Boomer. It was just Boomer. That's it.
nobody
Yeah.
else.
Well, it's debatable on whether Kenny Anderson, the guy before Boomer, should have been a
The
Hall of
basketball player.
Fame.
He was doing double
quarterback.
duty.
Oh, Boomer?
Kenny Anderson.
No, different, different guy.
But and then what's the other team there? St. Louis. Not St. Louis. Sorry, the Los Angeles Rams. They'll forever be St. Louis to me. Who do you got here? You're the only one who really probably knows.
I like a couple of different things. I like the Rams. I'll lay either the 4.5 or the 4 points. but I also like a couple of different
That
props.
kid on Cincinnati, he's
Joe Burrow.
yeah, he's a beast. He's looking
Yeah, so
amazing.
I got my I guess Super Bowl investment. I got the Rams minus 4.5 or 4, depending on what you can actually get it at. I like the under 10 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I think
So all you betters out there.
over the last 10 years, the first quarter points have averaged out to about 8.1. So you got a line at 10. I feel like I'm getting like a little bit of a 2 point
No,
swing
Tommy
right
had
there.
that 23 to what was it? 23-7 when Atlanta was smashing him.
I believe that game at the end of the first
Well,
quarter
23
was
to 3.
0-0.
At the end of the first quarter,
the end of the
it was
first
the
quarter,
second
not the
quarter
first
they
half.
did that.
I think they were down 23-3 at the end of the first half. and came
Okay,
back to
that was
the-
all second quarter play, huh? I don't
Yeah.
remember that well. I just remember that first half was a shellacking, and then everyone thought the game was over.
What else do I like?
He's pulled off miracles, that dude.
Was there anything crazier than Mahomes 13 seconds?
That's impressive. Man.
It's unbelievable. It's kind of like when Jordan has the ball with 2 seconds
It's
left,
impressive, but it's also aggravating because it's like, dude, man.
and then the
13
next game he played
Why
like
didn't you do
shit.
this earlier?
What happened?
Like, why can't you do this?
No, he was
earlier?
doing it the whole time. It's just he had 13 seconds left to not lose the game. And when it happened, I remember even looking at Jess going, it's too much time. For someone like Patrick Mahomes, it's 2 plays.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
it was over.
It's 2 plays that he can pull off, and they still can get a third down with the field goal. I was like, all he's got to do is get him in range. I was like, and for Mahomes, that's more than enough time. It's like giving Brady 13 seconds. You're not going to sit there and go, this is over.
Do you
It's
think he
still-
could have won another Super Bowl?
Who, Brady?
Brady?
No,
Yeah.
no. I think this year showed that. If he had the right team, maybe.
Well, that's kind of like the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of turnover that should take place in Tampa Bay this year, so I think it would have been hard for him to.
Yeah. And they're not going to keep his boys again if they didn't win again. You
No,
know,
they didn't keep
some
him
of those
they didn't
people,
have him this
like
year,
Gronk,
though.
they would have got rid of.
They only-
Well, Gronk's getting kind of like in a hurt all the
Yeah,
time.
they
You
would've
see
got
the
rid of
whole thing
Gronk.
That happened with Antonio Brown. I think he just said, "Hey, you know what? Enough of this."
What'd you think of
bullshit."
that asshole?
He's entertaining, man. I love him.
Wait, what happened with him
He's the
anyway?
jerk off who took the pads off mid-game against the Jets.
Against the
Remember I
Jets,
told
yeah.
you?
Okay.
And then they ended up winning. Brady pulled the Brady and ended
Yeah.
up winning anyway.
Well, then it was the Jets, but
yeah.
point taken. Yep.
Still, though.
That was the one that Brady gave a house to or whatever, and
No.
Didn't-
That was one of his boys from Patriots.
What
Right?
happened?
the dude that he lived with, he had him live with him and stuff, and looked after him. I forgot who the
I
hell.
think
it
they were
was.
all living together. Like, I think a couple of them were
In
living
Tampa or
together.
in New
In
England?
Tampa. In Tampa.
I know that he was looking after Antonio for like a while. I'm not sure
Was
if
he?
he was living with him. Maybe.
You know,
This dude's a real role model, man. You gotta
Tom
respect
Brady.
it. Yeah,
the greatest of all time,
he is.
as far as quarterbacks
Well, did
go.
you see what Antonio Brown did now?
Well, you could actually say
What?
He,
out of anybody.
What was Kanye West's mom's name?
Donda.
The Donda organization.
Yeah.
He named him president of the Donda organization, and he wound up kind of like taking out a $2 million presidential suite for the Super Bowl. And then I think he spent like another.
Well, when they lost, he was shitty about it. Like, I remember he put a tweet out there, Antonio Brown. He was shitty about them losing.
About Tampa Bay losing.
Yeah, like he made like a funny tweet, like "fuck you" type of thing.
Glad
yeah,
that they lost?
yeah, like glad that you
He's a
guys
character.
lost
I
type
mean,
of
what are you
thing.
gonna do?
Yeah, still, it would have been cool to see Brady go out on top as last year.
Yeah.
He should have left though last year. Like, I mean, that's the
Yeah.
swan song. You go to a completely new team, you do it again at 42 years old.
It's amazing.
Be gone. Like, why roll the dice again? You know?
I mean, he'll probably finish second in the MVP voting this year. He played well. He can
Yeah.
still play.
Greatest of all time, hands down. No, quarterback wise.
Any,
Sure.
but
I mean,
What do you
any
mean,
player,
sure?
it doesn't
Who can
matter.
you argue that
I
with?
just don't get caught up in the greatest of all time.
But who can you
thing.
argue when it comes to that position?
Tell me
Only
that
person would be
Tom
Joe.
Brady is Joe Montana's not
But-
as good as Tom Brady.
Yeah, Joe
Different kind of like an
but-
era, or
or
there's
Lawrence
no
Taylor.
way of kind of.
Because Lawrence Taylor was the greatest
But I'm not going
football
to
player
dispute
ever.
the fact that
But
he's
See,
the
but
greatest
also
of all
the
time.
skill level of the players were not up to par as what they are today.
of course,
Like, they
No,
were a lot
it's-
rougher. I'll give them that. But the skill level, night and day, bro. The kids today would fucking smoke those players in the mid
I don't
'80s.
know. LT was.
They never get off
LT
the line of
was,
scrimmage. It was
was
different rules.
Well, yeah, that too. But still, like the speed and the way people
Yes.
are built now, the way they build these athletes is completely different. Also, you know what I mean? You got a
Yeah,
guy
every team has
6'8" who's
But they're
320
all Lawrence
pounds doing a
Taylors.
440.
Yeah, they're
also
all
hurt a
Lawrence
lot more,
Taylors.
though.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But and then some though. They're not as good as him as far as the position,
Yeah.
but athletic wise, they're him and then some.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these guys were like fucking farmers and like tradesmen.
They wouldn't have
you
had
know?
normal. A lot of them had normal jobs up until
Yeah.
the late '80s. Like
Yeah.
you would play football
Absolutely.
and have a normal job throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah.
If you
crazy.
weren't, Joe
Yeah.
Montana or Dan Marino. Now Marino, people love to argue him,
No, you can't.
but not a single ring, right? So
No.
No, you can't.
But like to your point, I think it may have been like 88, 89.
Marino has some good records, but he doesn't have, he
Not
doesn't have the
anymore. They're all
credentials.
gone.
Yeah. But he's still up there on the on the
you were
ranks.
saying about me having a good point. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I think in terms of like the pay, I believe it was either 88 or 89. Boom Esiason was actually making like $2 million a year,
Yeah.
and he was the highest player in the league.
The NFL was
So-
like last to the dance for that, like paying players really, like because there's so many more though.
Yeah.
When you have
There's
100
more,
guys,
plus there was only 16 games as well.
yeah, but they have 100 guys between offense and defense, pretty much all together. Like whether you're
53-man
sitting,
roster, yeah.
yeah, playing, but
Correct.
then you have to do backups. You know what I'm saying? So now you're talking how many fucking people?
On a roster, there's 53.
Oh, there's 53 altogether.
Yeah, you figure
Okay.
there's 11 guys on offense, 11 guys on defense. That's 22. Another 11 guys for special teams, and another 20.
11 guys. Oh, special teams. Right. I'm thinking just the kicker. I'm like, well, how many fucking kickers do they need?
Guys who run down the field, all that stuff.
But aren't a lot of those guys also on defense or on the offensive line,
Mostly they're
or like the safety,
they're
or
kind of like a backup at
okay?
one of like the positions. I don't think you're going to send out your star wide receiver.
Why wouldn't you though?
I don't know.
I was wondering, like, why isn't Barry Sanders returning the kick? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's got so much room to start out with to plan where the fuck he's going. Why don't they have guys like that return the kick?
And some of them do.
Not really though.
Not anymore,
Like Dion used to return the kick.
Dion used to return kind of like punts.
Yeah,
I remember for the Giants, Jason Sehorn used to return.
but it's rare though. You
Tiki
know,
Barber would return kind of kicks for
like you
for a
would
while.
think though. You'd want someone like with the speed of Jerry Rice or fucking, like I said, Barry Sanders. To fucking take the ball. And are they maybe not long runners? Maybe that's it too. Maybe they're burst type of guys.
Maybe it's also a violent play. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot
mean
of-
those are hard hits
they're
too.
they're trying to take that
Nowadays,
play out
though,
of the
how
game.
many times do you see a return? Like 95% of the time, it's a kneel or it's a fucking touchback. I mean, you almost never see a kick return anymore.
How was your chocolate milk? Good.
Chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Who's chocolate milk? It's beer always. If I'm drinking out of these cups, it's only beer.
Oh.
These are my beer mugs. Yeah. So, I saw Jackass Forever, Rich.
How was it?
Absolutely hilarious. A lot of dick in this one.
There always is a lot.
No,
of
but I
them.
mean a lot of dick in this one.
There's
Like the whole
always.
intro is a dick monster.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it funny?
It's hilarious. You're on your fucking laughing your ass off. Dude, they do this one where they take 2 pieces of plexiglass and literally flatten this guy's dick in it,
Yeah.
and they're trying to do like paddleball with it.
Oh no.
And then they have the two of them end up doing it. But I mean, dude, thinner than like you can barely get that paper into it.
Oh,
That's how
no.
thin. It's so thin, and and he even says he's like, it doesn't really hurt.
Oh my god.
And you look at it, go, how does that not fucking? It's the flattest thing ever. But then 2 of them do it, and they're trying to do ping pong back and forth. But it was hilarious. They got some new people in there. This guy Poopies, who's hilarious. He's really good.
Yeah.
And I think like the movies can go on. Like Johnny and these guys can do a stunt or 2 maybe for the next movie.
Yeah.
But
the younger
these
guys
can
carry it?
now carry it.
Didn't one of the main characters get kicked out like halfway through making the movie? Whether it was
Bam.
Steve-O or
Like there was one moment where
Bam.
where they were doing the marching band thing, and I could have sworn he was one of the marching band people. But like they didn't mention him, they don't show him. But when you're watching that one scene, if you haven't seen the movie yet, pay attention. Maybe I'm wrong. But in the back, as they're doing the marching band, because they're all wearing the outfits and the hats.
So what was his problem? Why did he?
drugs and alcohol.
Oh, really? He fell
Yeah.
off?
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
He's been
really
in
bad.
and out of rehab the past like 2 years, like 18 times.
I thought he's been in and out of rehab for like the past 20 years. I thought he's been battling this.
No, it was after Dunn died. That's when he.
That's when he
he
went
lost his
nuts.
shit.
It's been a long time now. How long is Dunn? Well, Dunn's been dead for
It's
over
gotta be
10
years. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta be 10 years.
He's on a long fucking run
Yeah.
right now.
They had a nice little thing to Dunn at the end.
Did they?
Yeah. But yeah, I'd give it, as far as Jackass goes, 10 out of 10 movie.
Wow.
Fucking hilarious.
10
It's
out of
everything.
10 you going
Because
on.
it's everything you want to see.
How's
Them
the
hurting
Francis
themselves,
Ngannou
them
scene?
fucking with other people, what?
How's the Francis Ngannou scene?
Hilarious.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's
it's
a
great.
monster, isn't
But
he?
that's the one scene everybody's seen. There's another scene where they have everybody. I'm just gonna tell you the premise. I'm not gonna tell you what happens after. But everybody's in the room and they have like a white, tub in the room type thing, and you can hear there's a fucking rattlesnake in there, and they take it out and they're like, all right, we're gonna do this bit, and we're gonna bring you back in, yada yada. So they bring them back in 2 at a time. And then once they bring them in, they lock the door, shut the lights completely, so now it's pitch black.
I'd
Oh my
fucking
God.
flip.
And then I don't want to say anything else,
Oh
but
my God.
How is
but
that funny?
that-
That's not funny.
that's
Oh
well,
my
that
God.
to the viewer, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh.
And you were the person that everyone
no
would want to
fucking
see in
way.
there.
I
You're the type of person
I
though
have
that
a
would be
fear of
perfect for
snakes,
that
yeah.
bit. Because- but then I don't want to say anything. It's fucking genius.
Someone
It's
would get
so
hurt.
funny. It's
Somebody would get fucking hurt.
it's my
real
favorite
bad.
part of the movie.
You know what though? You're getting paid, and you just got to deal with it.
One funny thing, completely unnecessary,
How
gives
is
you
that
nothing
funny?
about
That's
this
not funny.
scene. Is
Watching you fucking go crazy, fucking screaming, crying, let me out of
I
here.
would definitely.
and only we can see it, but Chris Pontius is in the room the whole time as Buffalo Bill with his dick tucked,
No.
just sitting in the back like this.
Oh my God.
Waddling around.
Well, again, I don't want to say what's going on in the room. That part, it has nothing to do with what's happening to anybody else. Like, that's only for us.
Yeah.
Like, he's only there for us to see it. You
Oh
know what
my
I mean?
God, that's so funny.
That's why I wanted to give that little piece.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, it was funny. I brought Lou, and Khalif brought Joe. So we had a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old first time seeing Jackass, and they were crying. Joe, Khalif's son, had no idea what Jackass was. He didn't even know what he was going to see.
Yeah.
He just knew we're going to the movie with Rocky and Lou, you know, and had zero idea. So if for him, seeing this shit, it must have blown his mind.
That's crazy.
How old was he?
He's 10. And he's a little black kid. So, culturally, there's differences when you're raised as a little black kid. Seeing these middle-aged,
Oh my
crazy
God.
white guys doing all this. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with white people?
Yeah, what's
You know,
wrong with you with all this penis stuff?
Well,
Oh my God.
This time they have a black guy in it though, and they have his dad. And his dad, what was his name? Dark Shark or something like that. And the dad's straight up gangster from Compton. Like he's like a no joke gangster, but like reform type thing.
Yeah.
But he was fucking funny. They do a couple things with him that was really funny.
Oh my God.
Alright.
Talking about
What's everyone saying in there? Is anyone even watching? What are we doing?
I don't know.
I didn't even look
They're
at that.
talking about NFL stuff.
NFL stuff, huh? What
yeah,
kind of
they have to
NFL
pay
stuff?
Me, I have more athleticism in my jerk off hand than Brady has in his whole body.
Who does?
I do.
You.
Yeah.
It's pretty
You.
funny.
They know me. They know I'm talented.
Nobody
So-
knows that.
They
You-
all know it.
No, you are not known for your
I'm-
athleticism.
Yeah, no, I really am. But
Nobody
I'm just a
knows you
little
for
out of
that.
shape now. I gotta.
I've never
I
heard
gotta
a
drop
single
a few
person.
pounds.
Never. In all the people I've ever met that know you, which is it's got to be hundreds. Not a single one of them has
don't
ever
know.
said that Richie's some athlete, but
I don't know. I'd beg to differ. I do have a body count.
of what dudes that you fucked.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
What do you think about Rogan?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Let's get to Big Joey
Joey?
there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah, it was
it's
a matter
crazy.
of time till they came after him.
Well, no, they always are. They always are.
No. This is like they're coming after him.
But
now.
here's the thing with Rogan. Sorry, go. Actually, I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, the stuff that he was doing. You're talking. Not just him, but just things in general. When you're going after something off of somebody said years ago.
But it's not like he even said it in a way of like these fucking.
Yeah.
He was relating it to something that it was pertinent to. He could have just said the N-word. I'm sure.
This whole thing about getting offended or what somebody else says is like, what do you give a shit about what he says? Then don't listen.
Well, here's the greatest thing at this point, though, that when it comes to Joe.
They want him to have his back against the wall, though.
Well, and Spotify knows this, too. That's why they're not doing anything, because they know he's bringing 12 million people a week to us. If he leaves, those 12 million people a week go with him wherever. He could just do a YouTube again.
Yeah.
Or make his own website. No matter what. Those 12 million is going wherever.
They did pull 70 episodes, though.
100 and change.
Okay, they did pull that many
new
episodes.
Platform, Rumble, offered him $100 million to come
and
over
not
to
to
them.
pull any episodes.
Yeah, which is a breach of their contract, I believe.
Who the hell knows? I mean,
No, from what I've read, that they breached the
breach
contract.
of-
So if he wanted to be like, fuck you, and leave, he can now.
Who?
Rogan. And they still have to pay
Who's
him.
in breach? Rogan's in breach?
They
or
are by
Spotify's
polling the
But
episodes.
I thought the CEO of Spotify came out and said that the decision to pull the episodes was Rogan's choice, not theirs. Or is that bullshit?
That
it could
too.
be. Oh, no. If they said it, they're
Well-
not going to say it if it's not true. I didn't hear that. That's my bad. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they totally took.
Whether that's true
they
or not,
took-
I have no idea.
Whoever made that freaking that tape of
But he's
whatever.
got like, what, 16,000 episodes?
I was gonna say, he's
1,600
been doing- it's
episodes?
not like he's
Like,
been
who
doing
gives
this
a
for a
shit if
year. You gotta be
120 of
going
them
back.
aren't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they totally took those episodes and what he said right out of context and just made him look like
That's what they
shit.
did. It was a compilation video.
Yeah,
It
like-
wasn't here's the conversation Joe
No.
had. It was literally a snippet
yeah.
of the N-word, and then,
They're after him, man. And you want to know something? It's so good because it has to be him.
yeah.
It has to be him because nobody else could change this.
And his reactions are the best. His reactions are the best because he doesn't give them the reaction that they want.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Because now it's not that they're on his radar like they're on his radar now.
Yeah.
Like before he would like be
And
a
all they're
little
doing is
reluctant.
making him more popular, by
yeah,
the way.
Yeah.
definitely. But now he's the type of person to really expose all of this.
Yeah.
And it has to be him. Nobody else could do it.
Well, nobody else can do it. Well, I think they can. It's just nobody has a platform big enough to have everybody hear it.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
And he's so good at expressing his words and how he talks about particular things. When he wants to get into something, he goes in there, talks about it in a certain way, lays out the foundation.
Well, all he
and-
does is
and
ask
brings-
questions.
He asked a lot of questions.
That's
yeah.
it. He asked the right questions.
Yeah.
He says it over and over again. I'm a dummy. He says it. I'm
But he's
fucking
not.
stupid. No, he's not. He's kind of like me in a way where he knows a lot about a little bit about everything.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's
Except
kind of like me.
no, but
Any chance to put himself over. Any chance.
but I'm being serious though. In that he can conversate no matter where you go with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
As
but
far
he-
as the podcast
but
goes,
as far
he
as-
can hold a conversation.
The questions that he brings out, he brings them back full circle.
Yeah.
And that's what he does so well that
The best performance of that was with Kanye. Because he had Kanye rambling on and on and on and on, but then the way Joe brought it all together again by asking the right questions, you know what I mean, and then steering it in a way that
he's so good.
by
at
the
that.
time you got to the end of it, you were like, that was actually one of the best interviews I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And maybe Rogan spoke out of a 3-hour interview, maybe, or what was it, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Those things are like 3 hours long.
Yeah, if he spoke 10, 15 minutes, total, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of his podcasts.
In history when like we go back and like they look at like the Reagan era or like this era and they tell you exactly what happened during those time periods when somebody was president or this or that, and they give you like the inner
Oh
workings
shit!
of
I just
everything.
read this. Sorry to just interrupt everything. Really sorry to hear that, Josh Anderson. His dad passed away last Thursday. That's terrible. And of all the boys over here, we're with you, brother. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And I know it sucks, but go ahead, Rich.
So what I'm hoping with all of this, we need to know what the hell's going on within our government, with all of this crap, all the bad stuff and all the craziness going on. We need to know what's going on here.
See, I don't think you're listening to Rogan either, though. He's not about that. Like, that's not what he does.
I know it's not what he does,
He's
but
just-
it's
yeah.
just he's prying into a certain thing that people
No,
don't want him.
he's just having different voices. He's not. What you're saying is kind of inaccurate. I'm not trying to, but he doesn't sit there and ever go, "This is what they're doing." He has characters on. He has
course.
guests on that one guy's completely left and then one guy's completely right. Once he has that completely right guy on, that's when the clips start coming out of, "Oh, look at Roe. This is what he supports. This is what he supports."
course.
But then I'll have guys
But
that
what
talk
I'm
about
what
like
I'm trying to say to you
aliens
is I'm
and
not
things
saying
like
that he's going to be doing anything like that.
But
But
like
he
the way you're
brings-
making him sound like it's like Alex Jones, where Alex Jones is like, the fucking government's
No,
out here, and
no,
you
no,
know,
no.
okay, all right.
No, he has a way of bringing certain people on and getting conversations and bringing things to light.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
the
make you think
conversation-
differently.
That's
Yes.
his thing.
No,
Interesting
yeah,
conversations.
just
That's his whole-
and makes but gives you. That's the thing. He's giving you the alternative,
Yeah.
instead of the same shit you've always heard.
But what I'm saying is, when I mean on his radar, he's gonna, with all of this happening, he's gonna have people on to counterbalance all of this shit. It's gonna bring a lot of this
But
stuff.
that's why he's worked.
Yeah.
because he does do that.
It's gonna bring a lot of the stuff that's going on to light, I think, and I think that it needs to be done because there's too much. There's too much of all crazy shit going on. There needs to be some kind of light on it.
I think it's mostly just a censorship thing. Honestly, that's what this all boils down to. Is they're trying to censor somebody they don't agree with.
Yeah,
And-
but
and
he
that's
touched on
the-
the subject,
And
on-
that's
on this-
completely the opposite of what America is. He's
When-
supposed to have that platform to be like, hey,
When he brought the guy on to talk about the vaccine stuff on his platform, it made a lot of
Which
people.
guy you talking about?
but
The,
exactly.
the
But
health
that's
guy
my point.
from,
He's brought on like 10 different people at this
Yeah.
Yeah,
point
he's
about
brought
it.
on a lot
Yeah,
of guys.
and look what it's done. It's got these people don't even
got a
want
lot
to
of
talk
people
about
talking
it.
about it,
It's,
yeah.
it's getting people.
Well, because
upset
everybody
and
only
uproar.
hears Fauci and nobody else.
Yeah.
So now when you, God forbid, hear another doctor talk about it,
Oh, dude,
Yeah, but you don't think that's a
That was
threat?
crazy.
He's
He
a
had me-
threat.
he
no,
had me
he's not a
cracking
threat.
up.
Joe Rogan is a threat to
He's
these people.
not.
He is. He's a big threat to them, and they're scared. That's why they're doing all this stuff.
Well, he's a threat in a way that he's giving a platform to people that
They don't want it. They
that
want this
have a
stuff
different
silenced.
opinion from theirs or have a different science from theirs. So they don't want anything other than because they want to be the only law. That's what the government is.
And
What
you
we
don't- you
say
don't think
should be
that's a threat
final.
to them. Of course it is.
Yes, but I'm not saying. I'm saying, but yeah, but what I'm saying is Joe Rogan's not the threat. His platform and what he's able to,
Whatever you
Put out there.
tomato, bro. It's all the same shit.
I guess.
His
Yeah.
platform, him.
I guess. But
the
but
questions he asks, the
But
people
see, I'm
he
taking
brings
it very,
on.
very literal. Where you keep saying Joe Rogan himself, where I look
I'm
at
saying-
Joe and I don't feel like Joe
No,
is
I'm
the
not
problem at
saying
all.
That. I'm saying what he brings out and what he's representing and what he's that other opinion.
But
is-
that would be
is-
like saying, like, I guess it is. Yeah, you're right. I guess because when Geraldo, before Geraldo, we've never seen, trans women and then, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the fuck crazy bullshit he would bring out, or the KKK episodes where, it's kind of the same thing. It's just a new spin on it.
the thing with the horse wormer. They were they were fucking with him with the horse dewormer.
And they
pill.
still are.
No, I know.
And how many doctors
And
are like,
he- and
that
he
actually
proved them-
works, though.
He proved them wrong. Like, he kind of made them look like idiots.
Mhm.
And this is what I'm talking about. You're saying that he doesn't do it, but he does it in his own way.
I guess. When he makes the reaction videos, yes.
Bro, it's
Those reaction videos,
When
yeah.
he told those people, "Hey, look, dude, you know how much money I freaking make? You don't think I can afford people medicine? You think I could go to a veterinarian to
Yeah.
get my?"
But it's just he's bringing to light and he's showing light on something that that a lot of people see already, but nobody says it on TV. Nobody can say
Because
it
they're
on
all
TV.
afraid to,
Of
because
course.
the whole media, literally everything at this point is left wing ran or left
And there's
wing
not
leaning.
one person.
And if
they
you're
are,
not
they get
leaning
attacked.
that way, then you're out, and that's the problem.
And he's getting attacked right now because he's
I
representing
mean, that part is actually true.
But he
though. I
doesn't care. That's the best part, is that he doesn't give a shit who's attacked. He doesn't care at all.
mean, for
like,
me,
that's the
you know,
best
living
part of
where
it.
we live, besides from like News 12. I mean,
No.
I don't think I've put on a news station in.
Oh, I don't watch
6
news
years.
ever. Yeah, I don't ever. I get my news from the Twitter. Like I'll look at Twitter and be like, "What's trending?" I don't give a shit. I don't need real news.
No,
I just think that it's I love that this is happening because they're fucking with the wrong one. You know, they should have just left
See,
it alone.
again, Doug Fox, I disagree with that. I think you're right in a way that, yes, the small majority probably would. The small majority that are that simple-minded. But now you're talking all of his 12 million listeners you think would just stop eating cheese because Joe said don't eat cheese?
Yeah.
That's crazy to say.
When you have not one person saying these things or bringing them up on their platform because they're either going to get messed with or canceled or this or that, for Joe to have this on his platform, it's huge.
Well,
because
he's just not worried about being canceled. Like, that's the least. He can care less because he can't be. He can't be canceled. You can't cancel him.
yeah, because wherever he goes, it doesn't matter. It's going to come to light anyway.
People will follow, and with the internet now,
What happened?
They fucked with the wrong one. That's all I'm saying.
he's always going to have a place to go unless they shut off Joe Rogan's internet.
And the more and more they do that, the more and more he's gonna show light on it. And that's all I'm saying. He's a big threat. They fucked with the wrong one on this one.
Yeah. Because even if YouTube was like, you know what, we're not going to carry him, Spotify, everybody, collectively was like, we're not going to carry the Joe Rogan, kind of like they did with Alex Jones or Rush Limbaugh. It doesn't matter because Joe will go, okay, we'll go to the JoeRoganExperience.com and watch my show there.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's going to make a fucking zillion dollars by doing that.
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
probably be more beneficial for him to do that.
Yeah.
It's just with Spotify, they do all the heavy lifting. He just
Yeah.
has to show up now.
Yep. And then there comes Donald with his platform of the new social media. What is it? The Absolute Truth or something like
I
that?
wonder when that's going to launch.
Yeah.
He's missed the
what
boat
the-
on that. He should have done that already. He missed the boat. He should have done that last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
At
what
this
the
point,
hell.
it's not going to be successful. That fucking thing has died down.
There's too many other things that are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be how many social media platforms out there right now?
But he should have done it the second they banned him out of there. He should have had that done immediately up and running.
Yeah.
But he couldn't as the president. But his son should have.
Yeah.
And now they're doing it. What, a year later? No one cares anymore.
Yeah.
They'll use Twitter still.
I don't know how they got my information, but I get text messages from those guys all the time here. Hey,
Who?
you know what? Set up an early account or something like that, or just supply something. I
Really?
delete them, but
What's that?
I get notifications through text from whatever that company is, asking me to kind of click a link. You know,
Yeah.
another thing, maybe it's a scam.
It could be. It could be. Yeah.
All right, it's a good thing I deleted.
Did you see
know?
Pam and Tommy on Hulu?
No.
Pam and Tommy on Hulu?
No.
How is that?
It's fantastic.
Is it?
It's so good. Seth Rogen, Nick Offerman, what's his face? Winter Soldiers, Tommy Lee, which
Is it a movie or is it a
it's
series?
a series. And the kid that plays Tommy Lee, he's unbelievably good. Like he's Tommy Lee. But it's just a really good show. And watching it though, they portray Tommy Lee as the biggest piece of shit ever, which I don't understand why he would sign off on that. Maybe because it was when he was younger, but he's
In what way?
in that he treats people that work for him like garbage, treats women like shit, treats everybody like that. That's not on his level. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be the normal people, just horribly. But then watching it, something that struck me is how awkward it must be to be someone like Pamela Anderson. Like when she's on set to do Baywatch, they show that she had this monologue and they cut it. And they're like, all right, close up on her boobs and close up on her ass. And it's like, that must suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know it's great to be beautiful and everything, but that must suck. To be like, this is all you're here for, though. You know what I mean? Like, we cut your scene. We don't need that. You're here for this.
Yeah.
And then she goes to this convention where it's a Baywatch thing, and it's all these over 40 men. And, like, the grossest men. And she now has to be CJ and be like, hey, nice to meet you. Where are you from? And
So she hated it.
Of course, who wouldn't though? But like you watch that and you go, for one, what kind of guy does that's just creepy to me. Like no matter what the situation is, it's just weird. But for her, like that's
To see these fucking basement dwellers
that
like,
are
hey,
just cranking
can
your
you
pictures.
sign this?
They had the Playboys.
Yeah, I love your pictures. I look at them every night.
Yeah, like
All right, thank you. Have a nice
exactly.
I guess being a hot chick has got to be fucking tough.
It's
amount of
like the
shit
worry
that
of being raped when you're not famous and being a hot chick has got to be constant. Like I would think constant.
Well, she makes the money. I'm sure she's happy
Fortunately
with it.
for her. Again, though, is she though? Because the way you watch this, no, because of she's basically a prostitute. She's just not getting fucked. You know what I mean?
Not this time.
Well, yeah, not until the sex tape came out. We didn't get to that episode yet.
Yeah.
They're just
How many
releasing
episodes
it now.
are there?
I don't know, but there's only 3 out so far, and they literally just figured out how they're gonna do it with
Why
the
did they
internet.
get divorced again? Just because he's batshit crazy, or
Oh
did
yeah,
something happen?
yeah. I think because he was batshit crazy, but
And
who
she's
knows?
nuts too,
Because
right?
she, you know.
Yeah.
When it comes to men and women, I'm never gonna just if I don't know the whole
No,
story,
it's
it
not
could be
just
either one of them. Yeah,
Yeah,
it could-
usually it's both.
because
people.
you know what? A lot of the times, the woman pushes the man to the point where he finally snaps and loses his fucking mind.
Yeah.
You know, because there's
Yeah,
a
you
lot of
never know.
calmness, I'm sure, before that. As far as I don't know. At least that's the way I'm built. Like you really got to push me until I'm finally like motherfuck, you know.
And then it's fucking
And that's
nuts.
it.
And
Once
then
you-
at
once
that
you're there,
point,
you're
now
there.
I'm the bad guy because you
Yeah.
let the beast out.
Yeah.
You know? So-
You did this. You did this.
but especially in relationships, it's like my breaking point. Don't
Yeah.
bring me there.
Yeah, I feel
because
you on
then
that.
once you bring me there
Dude,
and
you-
it's out,
Can you expect anything else?
yes.
You fucking brought me to this spot. You knew I was gonna get to this spot. What
But
you
you'll
did, you
take a
did,
lot.
like-
You'll take a lot until you get there. That's
Yeah.
the thing. And guys don't get enough credit for that part of it. You take a lot of shit until you finally snap.
Yeah.
Some guys can't
Sometimes-
handle it and they end up fucking
Yeah.
cutting their wife's head off. O.J.
Yeah.
Simpson.
Yeah.
But
But sometimes, yeah, fuck.
well, women aren't
Everybody has a
innocent
breaking
either.
point.
Look at fucking Left Eye burning down Andre Rison's fucking house.
Oh my god.
So-
Remember that one?
But they get applauded for that shit. You know, if a guy did that, they would be like, "Look at this monster," and he would be the pariah of America.
Yeah.
She did it, and then there was still women out there going, "That poor girl. I wonder what he put her through."
Oh my god.
It's true.
He was abusive as shit, though. He was a terrible person.
Was
though.
he?
Yeah, I think he beat the shit out
How
of
many?
her.
He just got remarried recently, though, right?
I don't know. I don't
I
know.
think this is what. I think he's on wife number 4.
See, I thought Deion Sanders was completely just fucking a moron. But he's actually a brilliant football guy. He's doing great
No,
with his
he's doing good.
coaching
Yeah,
and
he's doing
everything.
good.
He's changing college football.
I forget who the kid's name is, but he actually just pulled a kid.
A
that
giant
had,
one.
had committed to I wanna say
Michigan,
it
I
was
saw it, and he
was
threw
either
the hat.
Florida or Florida
The kid threw
State.
the hat. Yeah, it was
and
something
he,
like
he
that.
got him to decommit and come to.
He did that to a
his
few
school.
people.
Yeah,
Dude, he's building like a fucking an empire. Where does he even coach? Is it a D1 school?
it's an African American. I think I want to say Jackson.
Oh,
State.
so it's an all-black school.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like
But
is
it's
Georgetown
D1.
one of those?
No.
No?
Like Morgan State is
Okay.
one. I mean Georgetown. That's
No,
that's
yeah.
definitely
Why did I
Mor-
think
I'm trying to
Georgetown?
think.
I don't know.
Morgan State.
But no, there's a very famous one. I can't think of it right now.
Southern
I don't know. Either way, why is that legal?
Grambling.
So
What's that?
that all-black school can't have an all-white school.
Because
mean,
of
there
the
are
whole, listen, because of
No,
the
there's no
slavery.
such thing as an all-white
The
school.
slavery.
no. I
thing.
think, but I do think there are white guys who go to
What do you BT?
the all black school.
Listen, it's because of the slavery thing and the segregation. That's they have
But
have
they
an
fought.
Yeah, I think traditionally
They
it
have
was
an
set up
excuse.
to-
People
that was
fought,
the only types of
you
school
know,
that they were allowed
decades
to go to.
to not have segregation, and they're sure doing a hell of a job of segregating.
Well, they're like you said, the N word.
Yeah,
They're allowed to say it. We're not allowed to say it.
I get that.
You
I mean,
know?
in any context, no, that doesn't make sense. If you're singing a rap song, you should be allowed to say it. The guy said it. You know.
Yeah, but
Jesus
he's not
Christ,
being
I can't-
canceled.
I can't sing along to a rap song. Like, remember that video of those white girls? They got in trouble for singing along to
Yes.
DMX or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I look at that and go, they're singing a fucking song.
They got in trouble.
I forget what it did. Like, they got thrown out of something. There was these two white girls.
How long ago was that?
That was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, man. That's a lot of things don't make sense in this
But
world.
they got penalized from something with their school, kicked off cheerleading or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it was. It was something like that.
a lot of things don't make sense in this world.
No.
That's
no.
one of them.
Like, my thing is with that word, if you're using it maliciously with intent to fucking harm, you know, then no, it shouldn't be, you know.
Yeah, repeating a song.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
that's a
I mean,
little
just in
overboard.
general, I guess, yeah. You shouldn't say it, but singing along with a song, you know, I think it's fine. Quoting a movie, I think it's fine. If you're reading a passage from someone else's book,
Like,
I
what are
think
they
it's
gonna do
fine.
now? Are they going to go into Pulp Fiction and now nobody's going to like Quentin Tarantino?
He's gotten shit because of that.
mean,
It comes up almost religiously about him in that
a
scene.
dead
Yeah,
in my
that scene comes up
driveway.
all the time. Comes up all the time for
And-
him. Whenever he's got a movie coming out, that scene gets pulled out.
Yeah.
We used to read books in high school, and
Well,
the
the
word was-
Huck Finn.
And Jim.
Yeah, exactly. Huck Finn.
Yeah.
And Jim.
And they've taken it
To Kill a
out.
Mockingbird
They've taken it
was
out
in
of the
there.
book. I have a Tom Sawyer or a Huck Finn book where it's still there. I wonder if that'll be worth
See, that
something one
stuff
day.
I don't like, because now you're trying to rewrite history. I
Well,
mean,
that yeah.
it's there. You can't
Yeah.
tell me that it's not there. And
Well, if
try
you're
to
doing
figure
that,
out-
then go through all history and rechange
Pull
all the
top
rap
10
rap
songs
songs.
on Spotify
Exactly.
right now, and let's take a look at how many sentences or phrases are degrading to women.
Let's
or-
see if
or
we
anything
can
like
go
that.
30 seconds in any top 10 hip hop song right now on the charts without that word being said in it. If we can go 30 seconds in any of them,
Or
you probably couldn't.
the B word for women. Or
Yeah.
the
You
C
can say
word.
bitch. You can
All
say
right, all right,
cunt.
You can say,
Yes, you
bitch
can say
and
bitch
cunt
and cunt. Yeah, totally
here? I'm
fine.
not going to get in trouble for that.
No, no,
I mean,
no.
Those words are
Totally
plastered
acceptable.
all over, and
It's just the one word you just can't.
That's the big no-no. Well, that's what Rogan's whole thing is right now.
Yeah.
Is that he said the no-no word.
Yeah, and not in any kind of thing to where it was malicious or
correct. Yeah.
to anybody.
No,
but-
again, I believe he was quoting or reading something else,
I
and
didn't actually hear it. I'm
and
not sure.
instead of saying N-word, he said the word that
Did
was
you see
there.
The Rock was one of the only ones that like went up against like thought Rogan was fucked up.
But then he kind of
Hold
retracted
on, what did he
it.
do?
Did he?
No. He at first was on his side,
He was on.
and then kind of retracted that. But it wasn't like fuck Joe Rogan either. Like if you look the whole thing, it's more of just him playing it safe.
Yeah.
That's all he was doing.
That's
But again, someone
godless.
like The Rock, like you're big enough to be like fuck all you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, your production company is now the one doing all these things. It might fuck up his DC thing though, because he's got DC. You know,
Who?
and he works with Disney.
Who?
The Rock. So, you know. But, I mean, Warner Brothers is old school, right? They're the ones who have DC.
Still, I actually think at this point,
They've been around for fucking
at this
150
point,
years.
he's so big. Even if you just told him to screw off, I mean, what the hell? What are they gonna do?
Not put you in our DC Marvel movies.
I'm sure he's gonna be fine.
Not put you in our Fast and Furious. Maybe not, though. Maybe not. You know, because without
no
that
way.
machine behind him doing all the, you know, other than him showing up, doing press and
He's got
everything.
a platform. He
The-
can-
what platform? The Rock?
The Rock has a platform.
He's got his Instagram, but that's I guess, but still, that's not gonna.
Some of these new alternative, like what did Gina
No, look at
Carrera
John
do?
Cena. John Cena had to suck China's dick.
He's a wuss.
Rock's the same thing.
I think
He's
The
the
Rock
same
is
thing.
a lot bigger than actually probably not. Who's bigger, Rock or Cena?
Rock's definitely bigger, but Cena's getting there, especially now with Peacemaker. Peacemaker's huge for him.
Cena's getting really big right now.
He's getting huge. He is. Peacemaker's putting him on the map big time. So after Peacemaker, like this is the turning point for Cena's career. Like when Peacemaker's done, what he does next will define, you know, everything. The Rock made the right move. Like I forget what it was, that pivotal.
Yeah, he was doing
moment.
the thing with like
He was doing a lot of kiddie
Sean
Disney
William
movies
Scott and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and-
the Tooth Fairy
yeah,
and
but then he took a turn into like some really good action movies and stuff. And
where was it? It wasn't Fast and Furious, was it? Maybe when he did join them.
It might have been, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, it might have been.
You got to go through the list, but
They
It might
can't be
have been.
making
It's
any more of
somewhere
those,
around
can they?
there.
What?
They can't be making any more Fast and
Oh,
Furious.
of course they are. They're
You think they're still
literally
fucking
going to space next one, aren't they? Isn't that in the trailer?
Did you just make that up, or you?
No,
just-
or did they in the last one? Ludacris and
They went to
Tyrese go to
space?
space.
I don't know, man.
Was that in the last one? Did you watch the last one?
No, I didn't.
I don't even know
What?
I fell off.
I
of it.
think in the last one, Ludacris and Tyrese went to space.
I gotta watch these. I think I didn't watch the last one. It got
I
too
can't
much.
I
believe
think
that.
I bailed out
Yeah.
after Tokyo
I can't
Drift.
believe that.
It got too much for me, man.
For
I didn't wanna-
you?
I didn't want to tell you.
You loved it. That was like your thing.
I didn't want to tell you.
Because he knew all this time I've
truth
been
is
right.
coming out
I've
as
been
these,
right
episodes
all
are dwindling
along.
around.
All along
I
I've
was-
been right.
I was too ashamed to say anything.
They're awful. They are. They're unwatchable. How anybody can watch them? I'm like,
One of
I
those things
tried
will come
too.
on, like I'll watch like maybe like half of it. And it's like, all right, once
I can't. I
these
can't.
commercials still pop up.
Because none of it makes sense. That's the other thing. Like the story, it's nonsense. It's all fucking nonsense. And the thing that made me go, I can never watch these movies ever again, was when Michelle Rodriguez was on the hood of the car and crashed into the wall, jumps off of it over to the next fucking bridge. And yeah. Dude.
And he catches her in mid
Or
fucking
no,
air.
and that and the tail whip off the cliff
Oh,
to
yeah.
save her.
Yeah.
Like she was falling, and he tail whips off the cliff just enough where the tires don't
Yeah.
go, and she was able to. I was like, no, I
Yeah.
can't. This has gone way too
That's-
far.
that's
I
a
didn't
lot.
watch up until that point anyway, but I remember seeing that in a trailer and going, I will never
Yeah,
watch
this
these.
This is definitely too much.
Yeah.
space. I was out after 3.
Or when they had Paul Walker beat up Tony Jaa. Like I remember that too, and I was like, "Nah, fuck you." Paul Walker doesn't get to beat up Tony Jaa. Yeah.
He gave him an armbar.
Oh God, I think he did, right?
I don't know.
It was so fucking awful,
Oh shit.
so bad. I've been watching stupid toy shows. This Toy Hunter on Discovery Plus. I hate the host, but I can watch people buy toys all fucking day long.
I hate the.
I
What
can
do you mean they buy toys?
Like he goes around buying vintage and old toys, and then
I like the-
he'll go to like Comic-Con then with his whole setup and sell everything. But it's shit we know, GI Joe, Thundercats, but then things from
just
the
collect
30s.
it kind of like an all.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just start offloading it at some type of convention. Or
But
something
if
like
you
that.
had the funds to bring back one toy that you cherished as a child, not a bike, not a PlayStation, not a Nintendo, a toy, an actual fucking toy, what would it be?
I had the whole Ewok village Star Wars when I was a kid,
I remember that.
and it was all the trees and all that stuff, and I
You
had,
loved the Ewoks as a little boy, didn't you? I bet you Richie thought they were adorable. He wanted to be
Yeah.
an Ewok.
I had the
But he's
whole-
Chewbacca. He
Yeah.
can't be an Ewok. He's Chewie.
I had the whole setup. It was awesome.
Did you have the Ewok figures?
Yeah.
If you still had that
Yeah.
today,
No, I know that's
Oh my God.
impossible. but
That's the other thing too. You think about all the, but
yeah. I had all of those things when I was a kid. All the Star Wars.
if you had it,
stuff.
would you play with it today as a grown man?
Yeah,
No shame in it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
just-
I would probably set it up like I was playing with it,
And
but,
at least
you
for
know.
a minute or two, be like, hey, this is fun, and then never touch it again.
Yeah, you do
Yeah.
little noises.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Did they have voices, the Ewoks?
I was thinking of the Spaceballs.
Oh, meh, meh.
Yeah, wait.
Meh, 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 meh. Right. But wrong movie entirely. Those were the Sand Dune people, not the
Yeah.
Ewoks at
Yeah,
all.
but they look like.
But
them.
the Ewoks, I feel like they had like a clicking thing.
Yeah, they had
Good,
some,
right? Or
they
something.
had some weird shit.
Yeah. What about you?
I forget what it was, but there was like these lines, and then you kind of put them all together and it formed like one.
Voltron.
Yes.
Yes.
that thing, yeah.
Oh, good toy.
Yo, those Voltrons were sick. I fucking had
Dude,
those.
you
Those
know
were
what?
so
I
good.
never
It
see
wasn't-
those
I had Thundercats,
on-
but no, it was the Voltron.
Yeah,
Voltrons.
Voltrons, right? I
That
never
was my
see
favorite toy
those
as a kid.
on Secret Stash. We watched and there's 7 fucking seasons of that. And I've never seen Voltron get brought up in that or this Toy Hunter show. It's weird. And you'd think though, when people
First
bring
one,
them up, they
my
bring them
favorite
up with
toy is,
reverence.
I
Did you
know-
have all 5 that you
I
could?
went nuts one Christmas. I got the centerpiece kind of like one.
Yeah.
8 or 9 or something like that. And yeah, it was one of my more vivid memories.
I remember that, and you would connect them all
Christmas-
together,
yeah,
and it
connect them
made
all
the
together.
fucking the what was that Mega Lord?
And I had to share it
Was
with my
some,
brother,
right?
and I threw a fucking fit because I didn't want to share that shit with that little dick.
No, who would? Who would? Yeah. So, but yeah, toys from your childhood. I always look like you look at some of these things, and you're like, who the fuck? Why would you buy?
Oh, what
that?
about you?
Me? It'd probably be the '89 Batman stuff.
What did it contain?
There was this whole actually Batman like thing in '88, '89, but you had the Bat Cave, you had the Bat Wing that it had a handle that you could fly it around.
I remember that.
You also had the Batmobile, and then the characters. But there was also they brought back like the DC characters from I guess like maybe the 70s Justice League, and they had the Penguin, the Riddler, and I used to love them. And they had the fabric capes, but they only had a little like C hook that kept them on. They weren't attached, and you lost the cape every fucking time. That was the worst part.
Did it have like scenes? Was it like, you know how they had like the Village or the Star Wars? Did they have like
the Batcave had, I think there was an elevator probably, but no, it was mostly just a thing. It's kind of like Skeletor's skeleton thing, how it was just a thing.
Yeah.
You know, there really wasn't much else to it.
I used to like, dude, that was good. Even without the superhero stuff over here, I used to really get into like the Hess toy trucks a lot.
Yeah,
I used to
my
get
grandfather
used
to get them.
Every year for Christmas, I would kind of like get one of those.
My grandfather every year for
I
like
used to
20
love,
years got us those.
Like the, I guess they were like the slot car kind of like racers with the
the
like,
RC,
thing. You used to get like the
track.
the tracks.
Yeah.
And you're just building the tracks.
See, the thing with
I used
those,
to like those things.
kids never had the right touch for it, so you'd always
Correct.
fling them right off the track,
Exactly.
and they
Yeah,
break into a million pieces because they'd hit into the wall.
Used to
But
love.
you got to finesse those. Like you would have
Exactly.
to
You gotta-
slowly get it going, and you zip it on the straightaway. The problem is it's so fast, and the straightaway
with
was
the
so
little,
small.
Little metal pin.
Yeah.
hanging out of the car.
And then when they
would
wouldn't
stick 'em in
work,
there.
and you'd have to always bend them and
Who
shit.
remembers this thing?
What do you got? Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, you remember that?
The
toy?
toys, no.
No, that's
You don't
what
remember
sucked.
having the
Yeah,
toy?
that's hard.
No, the toy, no, but the cartoon, yes. But you see, you're
I
a
hate
little,
it.
Look
I
at
always
this thing.
hated
I remember this
Inspector
fucking. I had this stupid thing.
you had
was a
this,
dick.
Yeah.
and you loved it.
I mean, it was cool.
What
It
were
was
you
fun.
bringing in the tub with you?
This was
As a 6-year-old Richie, what was coming in the tub with you?
Probably the fucking
The Ewoks?
Probably the He-Man, the fucking the cat and
The Castle of Grayskull. That was
Yeah.
a good toy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was one of the probably the.
the Panther. Also, I had
The
that
Toy Hunter
Panther.
found a couple of those.
Oh yeah. Those are actually
What do they
kind of
go
easy
for?
to come by because they're very like sought after. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah, and in a box it's hard to come by, but the thing itself,
Yeah.
because it was
That's
easy
the-
to keep around. Like it wasn't too big, and it was something you could just throw against the wall and never remember it again, or put it in the attic, and it didn't take up any space. So those things exist pretty frequently where you can find it kind of easily. But it would probably out of the box be between like $50 to $200 in that range, depending condition.
Now,
and
where
stuff
is this
like
guy
that.
finding his stuff?
He goes all over the country. The show's over. It's only 2 seasons. And
Look,
he did
look
it
at
in
this
like
thing.
2013.
You remember how, I remember I had this thing.
It opened, and it was also like
Yeah.
a carrying
Yeah.
case too,
Yep.
because it opened. Nobody had the door. The door always fell out, and everybody lost the door,
Yeah.
right? Because it was a drawbridge type door, right?
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
remember. See, the DC Justice League Hall, that was my shit. I remember having that. I had the DC, the Hall of Justice I had. And I didn't know this, but my brother reminded my mother the other day because we were watching that toy show. He had the 7-foot aircraft G.I. Joe thing. You know,
That
the
was a
huge.
cool- I remember
and it
that.
had the
I
thing.
never
with,
had that, but
I
my neighbor.
I
had
didn't
it
know
next
we
door,
had
yeah.
it, but we had it, I guess, in Texas when I was really young.
What about these guys? Bebop and fucking Ninja Turtles.
The most expensive one is this guy called Scratch, a cat. That, you know, I forget what it was really small release or like it was a.
Look,
think it
I
was
had
just
that
a small
fucking
release.
cat. I had that
Yeah.
with the you know.
And
the
then
whole setup.
Skeletor's was literally the same exact thing, just purple velour.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Same
Yep.
exact
It was
build,
the velour.
everything. It just had purple.
I
It was
remember
purple.
The fucking velour on that bitch.
Yeah, it had the fur feeling.
Yep.
Now with Beastman, there was a Beastman that actually had fur, if I remember, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I saw one where he didn't have fur, but I remember Beastman having fucking fur. Yeah, I can. But like I said, I can watch these stupid fucking toys things, or like comic
You
book.
gotta have a lot of shit, right?
No, I don't keep any toys.
No.
No, I am not a collector at all. I actually looked
Just
up
movies.
that set. Yeah, the movies. You see that Funko Monsters set? I looked it up yesterday. The Monsters one. That one's going for like 1400
You know what's cool
right
one?
now.
The
This?
fucking Snake Eyes from GI Joe
This
was a
thing,
cool one. I
My
remember-
favorite was Destro with the silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's like 1400 right now. That's what it's going for on
How
eBay.
long ago did you get that?
Couple years. And that Fred. Actually, no, I'm lying. That one's $600 on
You
eBay.
just get it like a regular
The
store,
one
or-
behind you, that Freddy Funko,
This one
that
right?
one is on eBay. There's only one that I see selling anywhere, and it's this one guy on eBay. He's got it for $1,400 right now.
Huh.
Yeah, so I'm holding on to that guy. I'm like, because those Funko people are crazy. They're diehards. Like, you look at people who collect Funko, they'll have the rooms where their walls are just all fucking Funko pops. It's nuts.
I was gonna say you got to get a Jordan one.
But that one, it's a Freddy Funko Comic-Con exclusive. That's why it's so special.
Where'd you get it from?
This guy I used to work with, he had a box in our room, and he had all this shit in there. And I was like, yo, can I have these? And I looked them up even. I was like, they might be worth something one day. And he was like, no, take them. He's like, he told I was honest with him. Like, I could have took him and been like a shit about
Wait, which
it.
one is this? What are you talking about?
The Universal Monsters and then the Freddy Funko that Rocky's on.
Oh, okay.
Like, I really could have been a dick about it and just been like, haha, he doesn't know any better.
Why,
you know.
told them they were worth?
At the time, they weren't worth what they are now, but I was like, these things are collectibles. I was like, you really don't want. He's like, no, take them. So I was like, cool, thank you. But yeah, that Freddy Funko is like a hot item. This one right here, the one Rocky's on.
Want to pull it out?
Yeah, take Rocky off, pull it out.
Oh, this way you can
It's a Mad Hatter Comic-Con exclusive. I looked it up because we were looking up shit yesterday, and I was like, what are these Funkos worth now? Oh, look, it's got a little stain on the box, though. You see that?
Let me see.
But, yeah, this guy. It's at.
What is this now? What is
It's
Freddy Funko?
They do these Freddy Funko alternates, and when they do that, it's always a collectible. Like, they don't just do Freddy Funko for no reason. So when they do it, it always becomes this is like one of 400 in existence.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you
That
know?
cup, that Thanos cup I have, is one of like 275 in existence. This right here, I have it out. I display it upstairs, but I kept the box, out for obvious reasons. But yeah, my daughter got me that for Christmas, that Thanos cup. But yeah, that stupid Freddy Funko one day could be worth, a shit ton of money. So,
Crazy.
yeah. What are you looking at?
No, I'm just seeing what else is up there.
We got some Elvis mugs. Elvis stuff, though, is dying because
Nobody gives a shit anymore.
no one gives a shit about Elvis. Yeah. It's really the truth, though. Right? So the market's only there if people, give a shit, but no one cares about Elvis anymore, which kind of sucks.
Fucking the king.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, disrespect completely. But I got a bunch of stuff in here that, is, I guess, collectible. Like the Chester Bennington signed Stone Temple Pilots thing. That's got to be worth something, right? I mean, it's not Linkin Park, though. That's the only thing that... But does that make it even more? Because everything he signed is Linkin Park? You know what I'm saying? So would that be more of a collectible? Because it's rarer?
Is that true that him and that other guy had a sexual...
No, that was something your
relationship?
wife brought up, and then me and you were like, that could be true, and kind of ran with it. But no, nothing ever was...
I just made it up.
Yeah. Right after they died, too. It was like, and I love both of these guys as far as their work goes. Yeah, I was like, fuck it, let's call them gay and trash them.
Unbelievable.
Maybe it was 40-year-old Doug wants 40-year-old Madalena. 6-year-old Doug wanted to bring... Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. This is not why we use this platform, guys,
Yeah.
right?
Got a cold? No, I don't. And no, I'm not a cokehead either. I just have the worst sinuses. And I think I'm allergic to my cat. I think when we had 3 cats, it was even worse. But I get stuffed up constantly. Constantly stuffed up. It's a nightmare, actually, because I feel like I'm being semi-choked at
You
all
need a
times.
sauna or a steam room.
I need something. But I am always fucking just the sniffles kid. It's a nightmare. I hate it. I hate it so much, actually. It's the bane of my existence. All right, we did the thing. That's it. Fuck you guys. 2 more left. We love you. Opie Radio. Go to opieradio.com. Russo'sBrand.com or Channel Attitude. I honestly don't even know where to go. But we're not even, bringing stuff over there at this point. But
We've
still,
done
go
it
check
2
them
more
out.
episodes, man.
2 more. That's
We
it.
might stretch it for a month, though.
You never know.
We might take
You
a week
know.
off and then come back. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. See you guys.
Take care, guys.